5 months ago, I dove headfirst into the sport of boxing. Never would have guessed how much of an impact it would have had on my life in just that short amount of time. And it's had a major impact. That's why I am here right now. If we backtrack a little bit, my love for boxing came from when I was little, watching the old Rocky movies with my family, and that was that initial spark. And then growing up, watching different combat sports, MMA started blowing up. Watching boxing, all of that kind of grew up with me, and I just, for some reason, I never plunged into it. I always loved it. But no other sport grabbed my attention like that. I have a hard time sitting down watching football or hockey or any of these sports, and I like these sports. I just have a hard time sitting still and watching them. They never grabbed my attention like that. Well, it's about time I jumped into it. One day at work, I got scheduled, said I was going to the American Top Team. I didn't even know there was an American Top Team around here. I went in, saw the gym, started doing the work I do. I do telecom, telecommunications field technician. And it was right in my backyard. It was right there, and I practically missed it. And so I fiddled around with it a little bit, said, I'm gonna get there. Got talking to my best friend. He said, hey, I want to do this. Do you want to do this with me? I think it'd be a good experience. And he was all on board. His response is, this better get out of the group chat. So we saved up and ended up applying for a class and going down there and doing our first class. Instant hook. Instant obsession. In one class, I knew that this is something I love. I really want to do this. I really want to continue doing this. I'm the type of person that if I like something, I'm all in. I have to be. I don't know what it is about me, but I want to be all in. And that was boxing. Every little challenge that came along with boxing, I had to conquer it. I don't know where that came from, but I had to do it, and I had to do all the things I didn't want to do to get better at those. And it's a slow process. Getting better at boxing is a very, very slow process. But I wasn't doing this, I want to get better. No, I was like, okay, this is how I get better. Now I'm doing it. And that could have been, strength training, conditioning, running, as far as road work, all that, showing up to class, doing extra work at home, shadow boxing, all those little things, that little extra time I had was going to boxing. I've always been an active person. I didn't play sports a lot in high school. I got out of sports a little bit early to focus on getting a job, earning some money. I always worked out. And then I went to the Marine Corps. Obviously, I had to be physically fit. I enjoyed that. I got into lifting a lot. I really got into that for a couple years. And then when I got out of the Marine Corps, to be honest, I kind of fell away from some things. Trying to make enough money to put food on the table took up a lot of my time. Boxing gave me that drive back. Boxing excelled that drive. I'm past what my discipline was. And it unlocked new levels of speed, new levels of strength, new levels of discipline that I didn't know was achievable for me. And I started prioritizing all the things I never wanted to before. Even diet, exercise, cold water exposure, which I hate. The benefits, they can be argued, but I started doing, cold water, ice baths. Prioritizing sleep was a big one for me. I would run off of little sleep trying to get as many things done in a day, and I'm like, now I gotta get my 8 hours. I gotta try at least to get my 8 hours of sleep so I can be fueled and ready to go for the next day for all of the things I want to try to accomplish. Naturally, though, all that discipline bled into other aspects of my life, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I think God showed me this path for a reason. I think He's put me on this path for a reason. Like I said, I'm thankful. So, doing boxing for a couple months, I wanted to tell my coach at some point I wanted to compete. Finally, I got the balls to do it. I talked to him one-on-one and said, it's something I'd like to do. What's your thoughts on it? Down the road. I'm not saying now, I'm saying down the road. And he said he was cool with that, pretty much. But, I gotta get better. There's no doubt there. He's not gonna send me into something when I'm not ready. I respect that. Either way, we were talking one day and he threw me a curveball. And he said, if I want to fight and I want to do this, what about documenting it? And not just for YouTube, but for my own self. We do take videos, stuff for me to study and look at and see the things I'm doing wrong. Sometimes those little videos can help. And I had to think on it, because as far as boxing being a colossal challenge, sitting in front of a camera is a challenge. Setting up a little studio like this, and as rinky-dinky as this little studio is, it was a challenge, and another one to have to face. But obviously, here I am. I'm sitting right here and doing this video now, and I think I'm gonna be very happy that I did. So, while I'm learning, growing, and ramping up towards an amateur bout, I'll be recording it, posting it, for everybody here to follow. I plan to do videos that are big to novice boxers, ones that are just starting out, and the questions that they have. Because I had a lot of questions I came to coach with that he mentioned that he might not have thought of, because he's been boxing since he was a kid. It was a long time, and I plan on covering a lot of those topics. I want to hit as many as I can think of, and if people watching this think of any, they have questions, put them in the comments section, and I try to do videos on them, put as much knowledge. And it's not just gonna be my knowledge. I'm gonna ask around, do some research, and get some of my teammates' input and my coach's input, and pass that on to you guys. You can stay tuned in on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any of those. See the sweat, see the blood, see the struggles, the hard work, and hopefully the victories that come along with that. Leave a comment down below, like I said earlier, about what you want to see moving forward. If you're as excited about this journey as I am, please hit the like button. Give me your guys' input so I know what I'm supposed to be doing going forward. This is a big new journey to me, and I'm very excited about it, and I hope you guys can be half excited as I am. With all that, my name is Mason. Welcome to Punch Club.